It's June 19, 2016. The Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors are locked in a tight battle, tied at 89, with just 2 minutes left in an unforgettable Game 7. This back-and-forth showdown has been filled with jaw-dropping moments, missed opportunities, and the tension that only a game of this magnitude can deliver. The Warriors, led by Stephen Curry, are chasing back-to-back championships after a record-breaking season. But standing in their way is LeBron James and the Cavaliers, who are on the verge of making history of their own. Just a week ago, Cleveland was down 3-1 in the series. Counted out by everyone but themselves, they've clawed their way back into this moment. 2 minutes left. A chance to deliver a title to Cleveland for the first time in 52 years. On the other side, Curry and the Warriors have the opportunity to cement their legacy as one of the greatest teams of all time. This final stretch will change NBA history forever. The 2016 NBA season, a year like no other. Looking back, the 2016 NBA season feels like a lifetime ago. It wasn't just any season, it was the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. We said farewell to legends like Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and Tim Duncan, while welcoming the rise of new stars like Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Kobe's legendary farewell game, the unforgettable dunk contest featuring Gordon and Levine, and Curry's jaw-dropping long-range shooting made this season one for the ages. Golden State's dream season. Coming off a championship win over Cleveland the previous year, the Warriors had something to prove. Despite their title, many critics claimed they only won because the Cavaliers weren't at full strength. This lit a fire under Golden State, and they came out swinging. Their 24-game win streak to open the season put the world on notice, and Curry was on a different level, even better than his MVP form the year before. So dominant were the Warriors that ESPN shifted their main channel coverage to feature them breaking the single-season win record of 73 games, while Kobe's farewell game was moved to Espentwu. Curry would go on to win his second consecutive MVP this time, as the first unanimous MVP in league history. But the regular season was just the beginning. Playoff struggles and the comeback. The Warriors entered the playoffs as heavy favorites, but quickly faced challenges. Curry, the heart of the team, suffered injuries in the first 2 rounds, missing several games. Still, they powered through, overcoming the Houston Rockets and then the Portland Trail Blazers, with Curry returning in style, dropping 40 points in an overtime thriller. Then came the Western Conference Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a matchup that saw Golden State down 3-1, their dream season hanging by a thread. That's when the Splash Brothers showed up. Curry and Klay Thompson brought the Warriors back from the brink, with Klay's 41-point explosion in Game 6 going down as one of the greatest performances in playoff history. The Warriors completed the comeback, winning Game 7 to book their place in the NBA Finals. Cleveland's path to redemption. On the other side, the Cavaliers were just as hungry. LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love had unfinished business, cruising through the Eastern Conference with a 57-win season. They bulldozed their way past the Pistons and Hawks in the first 2 rounds, before facing the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals. After a brief hiccup that saw Toronto tie the series at 2-2, Cleveland regained control and punched their ticket back to the finals. They were ready for revenge. The finals, a clash of titans. Everyone was excited for the rematch. Cleveland shot at redemption against the best team in NBA history. But the finals didn't start as expected. Golden State took Game 1 comfortably and absolutely demolished the Cavaliers in Game 2, winning by 33 points. LeBron's Cavaliers were down 2-0, and things looked bleak. But just when everyone thought it was over, Cleveland responded in Game 3, with LeBron and Kyrie leading the charge. They blew out the Warriors by 30 points, and the momentum shifted. Game 4 saw the Warriors regain control, thanks to Steve's 38 points and Klay's clutch shooting. But the game's lasting impact came from Draymond Green's clash with LeBron. The two stars got tangled up, and Green's flagrant foul earned him a suspension for Game 5, a decision that would have major consequences. The turning point, LeBron and Kyrie's masterclass. Game 5 is now legendary. With their backs against the wall, LeBron and Kyrie delivered one of the most dominant duo performances in finals history. Both scored 41 points, picking apart the Warriors' defense with ease. Without Draymond on the court, and after losing Andrew Bogut to injury, the Warriors struggled to keep up. Cleveland clawed their way back into the series, forcing a Game 6. And in Game 6, LeBron once again went nuclear, another 41-point masterpiece, along with 11 assists and 8 rebounds. The Cavaliers were now one win away from completing the impossible, forcing a Game 7 after being down 3-1. Game 7, 2 minutes that changed everything. The stage was set. The final showdown. Everything was on the line. Game 7 started with both teams trading blows, but as the game wore on, it became a defensive battle. The Warriors took a slim lead into halftime, with Draymond Green putting on an incredible performance. But the third quarter belonged to Kyrie Irving, whose heroics kept Cleveland within striking distance. And then, it came down to those final 2 minutes. With the score tied at 89, the tension was unbearable. Kyrie missed a floater, and the Warriors had a chance to take the lead. But then, LeBron happened. His iconic chase-down block on Andre Iguodala became the defining moment of his career. Moments later, Kyrie Irving hit a cold-blooded three-pointer over Steve Curry to give Cleveland the lead. And when the Warriors had one last chance, Kevin Love stepped up, locking down Curry in isolation. The Cavaliers make history. As the final seconds ticked away, the Cavaliers had done it. They had pulled off the impossible, coming back from a 3-1 deficit to win the NBA championship. Cleveland, a city that hadn't seen a major sports title in over 5 decades, erupted in celebration. LeBron had fulfilled his promise. The Cavaliers were champions, and the Warriors' dream season ended in heartbreak. A new chapter begins. This epic conclusion set the stage for an entirely new chapter in NBA history. The very next season, Kevin Durant would join the Warriors, forming one of the most unstoppable teams ever assembled. LeBron's Cavaliers would battle them again, but the balance of power in the NBA had shifted. As we close the chapter on the monumental 2016 NBA Finals, remember that every game is a stepping stone toward the future. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions on how these unforgettable moments continue to shape the world of basketball. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to join us in exploring the next era of the game.